I've just never seen it this quiet before. It's like it never wakes up. Every day is a Sunday. No matter what part of the city you go to. Especially the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. There really should be cars here, but for whatever reason, there's nothing. Nothing at all. And we, of course, got married here, all the way back in 2004. It seems like a whole nother place, in a whole nother world, doesn't it? All those memories. Everything just came to a stop, didn't it?
We have some breaks right now. The health district just announced a possible case of coronavirus right here in Clark County.
And the Southern Nevada Health District is hosting a press conference right now with more information on that potential case. Let's listen in.
What we can tell you is that this is a person who recently came back from China after spending over a month there in the region of Wuhan. That is the one that we know as affected by this condition. This person came back to the States and in January 24, starting developing respiratory symptoms, and it was a few days after arrival to this country.
So here we are, and it's been 26 days and counting. Let's go out today and explore the world-famous, and now dead, Las Vegas Strip. $3,630 days. That's how long I personally worked on the Las Vegas Strip. Now it's a former shell of itself. It's on hiatus. It's on ice. I said in a live stream once, the Vegas Strip just has a really bad hangover. It's sleeping it off, and it'll get better real soon. But how soon is real soon, and how much is too much? How long can the Strip afford to be this deserted? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a full-time Vegas blogger, and we're going to explore the Strip today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if I deserve it and earn it during this video. If you have a comment about the Strip or a memory, why don't you leave it below? Tell us how many times you've been here. It sure is different, and we're going to go take a look. I just had somebody comment to me that it's only been like this 2 other times. He referred to October 1st and the JFK incident assassination. Of course, that's not true. October 1st, everything did open. And when will you ever have a chance to literally walk into the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard? Never seen anything quite like this. So the truth is, it's been like this once before. October 1st, things stayed open. 9/11, everything was open as usual. But only one time have the casinos ever completely closed. And right now, you have a few things that are open, like a Walgreens, pharmacies, and gas stations, but those are few and far between. Yeah, the casinos are closed. Let's look at the Bellagio fountains and see what those look like right now. And I don't imagine we'll see much, but a big lake of water. So I'm over here by the Paris, and I used to remember, so these patios would be full of people. This used to be the sugar factory, chocolate factory, different thing. Charlie's not there at the chocolate factory. So it used to be the sugar factory, and now it's Hex. Outdoor patios completely closed, of course, when you don't have people and no one can be next to each other. We have a bus stop here. This was a very interesting area, a big hub for people in Las Vegas. These days, when you're on the Strip, by the way, you have to look behind you to see who's walking behind you. Could be the police asking you what you're doing. Could be a security guard asking you why you're filming the property. Could be a person who's down on their luck trying to figure out a way to make a few bucks to feed themselves. We have a lot of hurt going on in Las Vegas right now, is I guess the point. But at the end of it all, we'll come through. That's the way it's going to be. Yeah, no people at the bus stop. A few people out getting their exercise. It's just surreal to see. And I hope that you never have to see this yourselves. Because it's hard enough for us locals, not for you guys who come here to have a good time, right? So this is the Grand Bazaar Shops, and at one point this was just an empty kind of patio with some water fountains, and now it's just an empty retail space. Everything is closed, of course, as we've said a million times, but it's just weird to see everything being closed. Property closed signs strewn about, like over here, and all these businesses. Now, Ben & Jerry's, last time we did a live stream and we were walking on the Strip and it was shut down, they were open for business. It says we are open. It says they're open from 11 o'clock until 8 p.m. Takeout and delivery orders only. We are open. So you got to give credit to that franchise owner for trying to make it work. But how long can we make it work? That's the main question I have. I don't know. So a funny kind of end gag we make here on these types of Vegas blogs, and all of us do it, is that the escalators never work. And today the escalators don't work. But none of them are working, so I guess it would be the opposite. And I would say, wow, an escalator that's working. And I would make a joke about that, but I'm not really in a joking mood. Let's take a look at some more dead Vegas. It won't be like this forever, right? Now if we're lucky, we can poke our camera into one of the properties and see what it looks like inside with no gaming machines, nothing working. But to my experience, they really don't like you doing that, which is polarizing to me because these companies are publicly traded and they are public entities. But they also don't want people seeing what it really looks like for whatever reason. So we have to be respectful of all that. Security's out in force, making sure everybody's not parked where they don't need to be. So that's the Flamingo. It opened 1946, December 26. It's nearing its 74th birthday. I remember working right here, promoting Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam tours, Valley of Fire, wherever you might want to go. And I remember standing here because no matter what happened, in the wintertime, the wind wasn't terrible. In the summertime, you had shade a lot of the day because of the trees above me and the building right onto the other side of me. And now there's nothing, obviously, but you can still hear the birds. The birds are taking over Las Vegas. You can see that there's unfortunately still homeless people here having to live out on the streets in Las Vegas. It's incredibly sad and heartbreaking. And it's also strange that you only hear the occasional car, like the looky-loos that want to come around to see what's going on the strip, or they've just realized that they can take the strip as a bit of a diversion and get to where they're going faster. There's one right now. Of course, across the street we have Caesar's Palace, one of the other older properties in Las Vegas. But this one here is probably, if not the oldest, still remaining with the same name. And I never thought, and I bet you that the owners, the founders, you know, the Chicago and New York gangsters that opened this place, I bet you they never imagined they'd see a day where their money-making machine went away like this. It's funny that that sign back there for Margaritaville says trespassers will be shot, because the amount of security guards I've encountered and, you know, maintenance people asking me what I'm doing, I tell them I'm making a blog showing the world what this looks like so we can appreciate what we had, and that this is the only thing I can do to really support myself right now. So now would be a good time to tell you guys, if you want to support the channel, head on over to Patreon. You could be in the credits of every video that I do, or you can see videos that I can't put on Vegas, or cutting room floor stuff. Like I posted some little clips from today as I was filming, so people can get a deeper peek. But let's continue on. That was the link right behind us there. It's closed as usual. Lots of high-end merchandise in the link. There's some stores like the Razer store that sells high-end computer gear, for example. They don't want to board the windows up, so they simply close off the promenade to people. Lots of construction crews walking around, doing their thing, which is really nice. Construction is an essential thing in the valley right now. Obviously, you can't stop all the infrastructure projects. And all this road work on the strip, this was actually already on target to go through this year. They sent out notices to all the business owners saying, hey, we're going to be shutting down the strip and spending close to $1 billion on fixing up all the roads. So they were going to do it in sections. So I guess this expedites their work, makes it a little bit easier for them, I suppose. We got Harrah's and Carnival Court coming up. Usually a hot spot for activity, people having fun, listening to Fat Elvis, doing that kind of thing at Toby Keith's Rock Bar, for example, going to the Rock Bar. Lots of crews out here though, so it's an uplifting thing to see that there are still people working in Las Vegas. Yeah. So on to Harrah's, we'll go to Caesar's, hit the Bellagio, and take a look at what we can see. So just a little bit of fun Vegas trivia for you. If you remember the original Austin Powers movie, if you're old enough to remember it, and if you're not, you should watch it for a Vegas fix. They actually filmed the first part at the Riviera, which is gone, and they filmed the scene with the hot tub right inside the building behind me, right inside what's now known as the Link, but what was also known at the time as the Imperial Palace. I can't get over how much garbage there is. It just blows my mind. Of course, we had a few windy days. We had some rain. It's supposed to rain a little bit today, so that could explain that. Maybe they are cleaning it every day, but I haven't seen any cleaning crews out here. I've just seen me and a couple of construction workers and some people getting their daily exercise on, because that's the only thing we can do. If stopped, where are you going? Getting my recreation. That's an essential. That's what's allowed. You can't say you're going to a grocery store on the Strip. You certainly can't say you're going to work on the Strip unless you work in a bright green jacket like those guys. They work really hard. So construction workers of the world, you guys are hardworking guys and gals. So one question that gets asked of me a whole lot on the channel is whether or not the Resorts World is on track to open. Standing where I'm standing right now, we can see the Resorts World is topped out entirely, which means they're not building any more floors. They're just finishing off the glass, building the casino, everything else is done. So it looks like they will be opening, which is great. It'll be interesting to see how it goes for the opening, and it's good that they're able to finish the project off with the MSG Sphere not too far from here, having been closed down recently. All these little restaurants are either takeout or delivery curbside, although you can't really get curbside on Las Vegas Boulevard. And behind me, of course, we have the iconic Mirage with its fountains. And the fountains are silent, which they usually only do for a few weeks of the year in the wintertime, when they dredge all the coins out, donate them to local charities, and fix up and do maintenance on the property. So Vegas goes into maintenance mode and nothing is open or running. So even if you did come here, what are you gonna see? I don't really even know. You could go out and you could take a car to the Valley of Fire. You can't go to Death Valley because that's closed. And I don't even know if Red Rock or Valley of Fire out here is closed right now. So the Venetian, the Mirage, the Caesar's Palace, and the Bellagio. Let's go and continue on. So I mentioned in one of my news update videos how the Venetian was a property that was paying all of their employees, plus all of the third-party restaurant vendors throughout the entire length of the closure. So I give them massive amounts of credit for that. The Mirage is obviously not the Mirage without the Mirage volcano, so it's just a giant building with a name on it, and the water's not running, and it is very sad to see, but it will come back. They're looking at maybe May 1st, possibly middle of May. We'll see how the state of Nevada reacts and how everything peaks out here in Las Vegas. And this is going to be an interesting archival one for the channel. Some water here, some water there, but no running water at the Mirage. So one of the big ways that companies have generated profits in Las Vegas in the last 25 years or so has always been high-end retail shops. And the Forum Shops right here is some of the most high-end retail shopping in the Western United States. So you have big names like Tag Heuer, Louis Vuitton. There's obviously a Leica store in there. And right now it's just a nice place to jog, as you can see, because there's not much going on. Doors are boarded up, nowhere you can go, and nothing that you can do. But once it reopens, I'm curious to know what you think. Will the high-end shopping in Las Vegas take a hit, or will it be something that's profitable right from the get-go? I know that buying the Leica was a big deal for us. It's one of those things, it's a luxury item. But do you come to Vegas to shop for luxury items? Sure is a good place to take a jog though right now, huh? I'm just having a really hard time getting over the fact that this is usually slammed with cars all the way down the street. Now you see the occasional truck roll by, mostly maintenance people. There's just nobody here. People are listening, they're staying away, they're trying to flatten the curve. But it's tough. For how long can this survive? I got no idea, and if you have that crystal ball, we can play the lottery. I'll chip in 50 cents, you chip in 50 cents, we'll make a mint. So of course this is the area where Evel Knievel back in the day jumped over the fountains at Caesar's Palace. Nothing here right now. Oddly enough, there's clothes strewn about the strip. It's really weird. Like, I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to get too close to it. I'll stay in my social distancing. But why is there a pair of red leather pants in front of the fountains that Evel Knievel jumped over at Caesar's Palace? I mean, that's like a whole nother plot for a whole nother movie based on the Hangover guys, isn't it? So there's Caesar's behind me here. This has sure been an experience to see all of this. And at least, you know, you can see they're taking care of the properties the best they can, I guess, with reduced amounts of staff. Of course, we have Hell's Kitchen back here, marquees advertising for Lisa Vanderpump's place and the Guess Who that are playing here, or at least should be playing here if everything opens back up and the rules get extended out so we can be normal again. I just want everything to be normal again, don't you? Yeah. So, strange. I usually have more words and I have more eloquent flow, but right now there's not much I can say except for it's dead. There's nobody here, and it's really tough to look at. So we're gonna hit up the Bellagio, see what that looks like, and then get off the strip before any more security people tell me to put my camera away, even though I'm just walking down a public street, Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm just pressing record because you can hear these birds. It's so cool. Wow. That's something to be grateful for. I don't know what else to say, but I'm glad I can hear the birds today. I'm glad you're with me. Thank you much for watching. Thank you guys and gals. So as you can see from upstairs, they boarded off the entrances into the promenade to the Bellagio. And at any regular day, right now, the Bellagio would be playing music, we'd be waiting for the show. Instead, there's just a couple of stray birds waiting around wondering where all the people are that are going to drop the food that they're going to pick up in Scavenger. Now, the Bellagio's music is silent right now, and Vegas's music is silent along with it. It strikes me as bizarre, interesting, and really an only one in a time chance that this might happen in the history of the world. So I don't have a lot of words to add to this. You know, usually I'll be able to just off the top of my head come up with something and say something clever, but there's not much that you can say right now. Like I said in my live stream video about a week and a half ago, I guess you could say Vegas has a hangover and Vegas is sleeping. The rest of the world is sleeping along with it too, just waiting to open again. It's tough to look at this because you spend a quarter of your life, 12 years, almost a third of your life working on the Las Vegas Strip, standing in front of this fountain right here, talking to people, approaching them, interacting with them. And then just like that, it's all gone. You know, there's no fountain show today, there's no fountain show tomorrow, but it will come back. And when it comes back, let's hope it comes back with a zest for life that we're all kind of holding inside ourselves right now. I know you're stuck where you are, I know you're sheltered in place, I know your loved ones, I know you're all worried, I know everybody's worried. Every time you wake up with a sniffle or a sneeze, you worry. I worry too. But don't worry about Vegas as much, because these buildings here have a plan. These buildings here are coming back. These buildings here will be eventually better than ever, cleaner than ever, and ready to open for the rest of the world to come in and see. And that's really the message we have today from a dead Las Vegas Strip. It's gonna be okay, everybody. Everything's okay. Everything's just resting. It's on hiatus. It's been put on hold for a little bit. And when we do come back, we'll be smarter, better, and cleaner than ever. I guess that's all I can say for today. If you liked the video, please drop a thumbs up, like. Make sure you comment on the video, hit the subscribe button, and then maybe hit the bell for future notifications. Because I love doing these kinds of videos as opposed to just news every single day too. So like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. If you want to be in the credits for the video, go over to Patreon. You can be in the credits for the video. I know there's not a lot of money flowing, so any support anybody can give is extra duty special today. Thanks so much. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk to you another one in the video. This is where I would usually say 3, 2, 1, click, but it just doesn't seem appropriate. So let's just take a look at the Bellagio.